Hi guys, Determined Gardener here. Something took place that has not happened in the last 12 years. You want to know what that is? We're talking about snow. That's right. Here in Zone 7B, New York City, we haven't had significant snow like this for the last decade. So it totally took me by surprise. I had so much gardening work to catch up with, and now I have no choice but to do it now. So in this video, I'm not going to be talking that much. I'm just going to be doing the regular gardening stuff that I have here. So because I definitely want to get it done before it gets way too cold. And I have to tell you, it already has been way cold in our area. All this snow that I have to deal with, lots of snow. Okay, so this is my peony, and you can see it's completely, it should have been done long time ago. I don't know what I was waiting for, but now I have to cut it because it has a little bit of powdery mildew, and I don't want it to stay in the garden because the next season it may affect the garden. So I want to get rid of all this debris, and on top of that, it doesn't look very good. So if you have a peony or anything that looks diseased or powdery mildew, you want to get rid of it as soon as possible. Don't be like me and wait and procrastinate. So I'm going to lift this guard right here. I know I said I wasn't going to talk, but you know, if you've been watching my channel, it's completely hard for me to do that. I have to talk. But again, I'm just going to lift this up. Get this, remove this. This is a guard for the peony. It helps it stay up. And I'm going to remove that. Right there. This is it right here. And I'm just going to cut it down as much as possible. Now this just grows back, so you don't have to worry about it. Actually, it's best to cut it down because again, you don't want any powdery mildew or any old debris in your garden. And on top of that, it just looks way better. This peony is Sandra Bernhardt, and it's pink. It's beautiful. If you know anything about peonies, it lasts for years. So if you're a new beginner, get peonies. They grow in the mid-spring, and they are beautiful, and they last for decades. Okay. Now, if you have something like this, it's best not to put it in your compost. Don't put it in your compost. Throw it away in the trash. You don't want to be composting anything that has powdery mildew or fungi on it. Okay, so I'm going to get a bucket so I can remove all this debris. Let's see. I'm just going to walk very carefully. Oh man. Whew. Actually, the only reason why I'm doing it is because it's above freezing today. This has been 2 days that it was cold, really cold. I couldn't even get out here, and this is the first day in a couple of days that it's above freezing, that I don't need a long coat or gloves. So I said to myself, I better get out here to do this, because if I don't do it now, it won't get done. And the ground is almost close to freezing here in Zone 7B, New York City. So I said, I need to do it now, because if I don't get it done, I'll never get it done. All right, here we go. Oh man. Woo! I'm gonna make sure I get in between these stems, just to make sure all the debris is removed. So now guys, we moved to my backyard, and this is what my peony hedge looks like. I have about 30 peonies in this peony garden, and I'll show you what it looks like when it is spectacular, because I can tell you during the late spring it is gorgeous. Right now it does not look good because again, this is winter and everything looks ugly and brown, but I'm definitely going to have to trim all of this and get this cleaned up. Now, to create less of a mess, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to pull out the gates. What I'm going to do is go underneath the peony, and I'm going to cut the stems first so all this debris does not end up in the garden. And that way I'll pull it up and it's going to be a lot neater. This is the cage right here. And if you want to know how to put a cage in, I just happened to made a video, a real good detailed video on how to put cages and how to stake your peonies, because peonies are known to flop. They are very beautiful flowers, but again, they flop. They have these big flowers, and their stems tend to be very weak. So this gate holds them up. Now, if you don't have any powdery mildew or any diseased flower, it's best to make sure that your soil gets some type of mulch. I'm not going to mulch this because peonies are very hardy in cold weather like this. They actually don't do good in the warmer climates. Anything above 7B, they don't do well, but in my zone 7B here in New York City, they love the cold. They really do need that cold time to rejuvenate themselves. It is cold out here, but it's supposed to rain in the next 2 days, so I want to do this now before all of this snow turns to ice. And since this has powdery mildew, you don't want to use this on another plant because you will transfer all the powdery mildew. I'm going to show you what I have. Look, so much here right now. So you don't want to use this on another plant because you will transfer the powdery mildew to another shrub. So remember, when you're dealing with powdery mildew, you want to sterilize your scissors or shears after each use. I'm going to use this scissors on this entire hedge, so I'm not going to sterilize every time because it already has powdery mildew. Now let's talk a little bit about powdery mildew. It's a combination of when it's very hot and humid and the leaves are moist, and unfortunately that's what causes powdery mildew. It's not your fault. It's very common. It's not something that's going to kill your plant. It just looks very unsightly. But the way to deal with powdery mildew that I have found, give them a lot of airflow. That way there'll be less powdery mildew. Also, tend not to water like above. Make sure that when you water the ground, the surface. The lower the better. Don't water up high because that's another way that can cause powdery mildew. So I'm just going to continue doing this. And I've noticed that when I water less, I get less powdery mildew. So we're going to do this one. and the sun is going down, so I am trying to rush as much as possible and move as quickly as I can. But so far it's looking pretty good. Sometimes peonies can get as high as like 4 feet. Okay, I'm gonna have to go deep down here. Peonies are somewhat drought tolerant, meaning that you can skip some watering, maybe during the summer, during the May, you can skip a little bit of watering and they will do all right. If you tend to water them a lot, that's when they get droopy and they get sad. And I've had this hedge for about 4 years, I think maybe 5 years now. Giving you a wider look at my peony hedge. It doesn't look great because this is cleanup. Anybody that gardens knows that cleanup is messy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm probably going to clean this up tomorrow, but I wanted to show you something before I go. All right, so this is my garage and I have all of my plants inside my garage because these are some of my tender shrubs. Now the cool thing is that, do you know that snow is actually an insulator? So you don't have to come in and water your plants. First of all, you should have your plants in an unheated shed or a garage. This is an unheated garage, and this way it protects your tender plants like some hydrangeas, other plants that you have. So if you live in a colder climate, this is what you have to do. You have to bring your plants indoors. But did you know that the snow is actually an insulator? And on top of that, you don't have to water, because what I do is I just take snow like this and I just put it on the plant like this, and this way it just, it waters on its own. It slowly evaporates, so that way you can keep it hydrated and you don't have to bring a hose or go to your kitchen sink and water your plants that are in your garage or unheated sheds. That is a really quick bonus tip. Just get the snow and put it in the pots and it will keep it moist throughout the winter months. Guys, let's talk a little bit about hydrangeas, because if you love hydrangeas like I do, you want to make sure that they bloom for summer. Now this is a pinnacle hydrangea. You can cut this down in the spring or even in the winter time and it will grow back for you. Now if you plan on cutting this down in the winter time, what you want to do is look for any crossing stems or any weak stems like this that are crossing over. This is what I'm talking about, crossing over right here. If branches are rubbing together, you want to get rid of them. By pruning them down, and I usually prune them down a third, this makes it much fuller for the summertime. And also it makes their branches stronger. So guys, thank you so much for joining me here on my channel, The Determined Gardener. You know, this weather has been really wacky lately, and did you know that I'm going to be doing a series on indoor gardening? I just got a new hydroponic system, so I'm really excited to share my journey with you and how to use it and how to grow indoors, because let's face it, we can't be out here with this snow and this ice and this rain. Indoor gardening is so much easier, and what I like about the hydroponic system is that it grows in water. There's no soil, you don't need extra grow lights. everything's intact. So what I'm going to be doing in the next couple of weeks is showing you how I grow indoors using the hydroponic system. It's very easy. It's very beginner friendly. So I can't wait for you. I can't wait to show it to you. Again, thank you so much for joining me here on my channel, The Determined Gardener. Don't forget to hit that sub button, that like button, and share this video with your family and friends. Until next time, guys, stay rooted.